Jesus Christ has made known to me that the sin spoken of in the book of Isaiah was a spiritual sin that men were doing. Men were doing a spiritual sin, a great evil. I have seen what they do. Jesus made known to me what they do, or what they did. And he also has made known to me that they are men again, and are not gods, and do not perceive as gods, but as men now, and that God's judgment is coming. Jesus Christ's judgment is coming on Israel. Not on Israel, the country, but on Jacob, as it pertains to this spiritual sin that God has seen. And Jesus paid for, and has returned all people to just men in grace. But still, his judgment is coming because of this. There will be a great war, and this is God's judgment. This is Jesus Christ's judgment. And the 10th of Israel will return. 10th of people that are called Jacob, that were in this spiritual sin, they will return to the land of Israel. And the temple will be rebuilt. Jesus Christ will come. He will come. He will walk through the east gate, and he will live in the temple as God. And also, the church will exist at the same time, and Jesus Christ will live in men as the Holy Spirit in his church. For their sin, Israel will be under the law. They will have peace, and they will worship God from the temple. In the last days, an Antichrist will come named Steve Shattuck, who is Satan, and all the world must know his name. After 3.5 years, he will stand in the temple, and since Jesus will be in the temple as God, he will lift up the church from the temple. This will be the rapture. And at that point that Steve Shattuck stands in the temple, in those last days, the 144,000 saints, it will be to them as if Satan is standing in their body. And he will cause them to sin greatly. They cannot resist him. But they must make it over the River Jordan. Where Jesus will make them whole again. Jesus is coming soon. Very soon. and there will be a great war. This is also Jesus' judgment against those who have sinned so spiritually wickedly against him. But the 10th shall return, and God will stand on Mount Zion as he did before, and he will give the law again to Israel. Before that happens, he will do many wonders in what is now called the United States of America, which will be ruled by an evil ruler, which is the ruler of China. He will be as to Pharaoh unto them. And God will come and free the captives with many signs and wonders, just as he did before in Egypt. And Israel will return to the land that he promised their fathers, that he promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, from the Nile River to the river Euphrates. Israel will have peace in the land. They will have peaceful borders. But first this judgment will come. Jesus will be here soon. This has been revelation that Jesus Christ has given me.